Hello Leo, my name is Agatha and this is the astrology and the tarot reading for the month of June 2018. It's a very general reading. If you like your own personal consultation, please write to dunyazade@gmail.com and I'd be delighted to work with you. We're going to start with the astrological reading. So, the new moon, that happens on the 13th of June 2018 is going to be at 22 degrees of Gemini. In your case, Leo, this new moon is going to happen in your 11th house. So, this could be brand new beginnings connected with communities in which you are involved. You might decide to join some sort of organization. This organization, you have to be careful with the type of organization that you joined, Leo, because this organization might not be on the up and up, might do something, eventually to undermine you in some way. So you have to be careful with what type of organization you might join. And when I say organization, it could be something that, an organization where you live, or it could be an online organization of some kind. This could be all sorts of things, could even be a political party. Some of you might do this in secret. This could even be, Leo, joining, how do you say, I'm just thinking, in Portuguese is maçonaria, a Freemason house, something like that. You might decide even to do that. For others, it's something online. I don't know. I'm gonna give you an example just because the thought just popped into my head. Let's say you join the organization that I hate the new, I hate the Last Jedi movie, for instance. I hate Star Wars the way it's now, and it's like a secret organization. I have no idea. It could be like a closed club, something closed, whatever it is. It's a closed club, and, I just thought of something, and I'm not going to say it, but it could be even something that you're doing in secret because you know it's wrong. So be careful with that. I would advise you not to do it, but what else? What else it could be? So this could be a brand new friends. You might have brand new friends. Some friends might show up in your life. This could be someone younger than you because this is Gemini. Again, be careful. Be careful with the quality of this friend or group of friends, because this friend or these friends eventually might be your undoing, or they might secretly be your secret enemy, so be careful with this person. I don't know who this person is. This could also be gains from your work, and you might decide to keep those gains from your work secret, or gains from your career secret. This could be new, new plans for the future, and you decide to keep these plans a secret. Also, you might decide, this could be, you decide to study something, and you're studying something, but you're doing it in secret. And then, Leo, the full moon, that's going to happen on the 28th of June, is going to be at 6 degrees of Capricorn. In your case, Leo, this full moon is going to happen in your 6th house. So this could be, full moons are endings or culminations. So it depends from person to person. For some of you, you decide to embark on a new type of diet. You thought about it for a while, and you just, take the plunge. And at the end of June 2018, you just decide, I'm going to try this new paleo diet. Whatever it is, it's something that you need to be responsible about it. It might change your body. It might allow you to live longer, this type of diet also, because it's Capricorn, It's, it might give you good, it might be very good for your bones, for your bone structure, for your skin. For instance, it could be that. For others, it could be, it's not a new diet, it's a new exercise regime. And again, it might change your body. It might be very good for your bones. When I say bones, it could be something like, for instance, I think weight training, I think it's good for your bones. Also, if I'm not mistaken, boxing. It's not boxing, but it's anything that defies the bones in your body and makes them stronger. I know that there's like a sort, how you say, in Thailand, I think it's in Thailand, there's a type of martial art, and I don't know the name right now, but it's boxing, but it's so kickboxing. And from what I read, they, since kids, they train in a way that kind of targets the bones, and it makes the bones, through that training, through many years of training, extremely strong. It makes them extremely strong. So it could be something that will make your bones stronger if it's any type of exercise regime that you decide to do. Others, it could be that there's some sort of diet that you've ended, there's some sort of exercise regime that you ended, and this could be that whatever exercise regime you're doing, it's not good for your bone structure, it's not good for your skin. Whatever diet you are doing, it's bad for your bones. It could be that. Others, it could be that you're getting you did tests, let's say medical tests. And this could be simple. This could even be because in your job you are required, I don't know, like once a year you have to do medical exams, even if you're fine, even if you just did medical exams on your own, privately. Many times in the company where you work, you have to do them. And these in some companies it's easy, something easy, not very deep. Others, it depends again upon the company in which you are. So you might be required to do some sort of medical exam from in where you work. You might be required by law, by your employer, for you to do some sort of medical exam. Okay. And you might be getting the results, and you might be finding something, and you might be required to, I don't know, just to, in order to take care of yourself, change something about your habits, your diet. Others is there, it could be that you have to change your habits. And like your daily habits, because maybe there's someone older who's ill in your family, and you have to change your daily habits, your daily routine because of that. Others, it could be like it's an older colleague who leaves, he or she retires, or you're getting new colleagues, new co-workers, and it could be older women, or you're getting a new boss, or maybe an older co-worker gets promoted to be the boss. Another way of reading it is that, Leo, you some of you might be fired, some of you might lose your job, or others, it's not necessarily that you leave your job, Leo, because you retire. Okay, so it depends from natal chart to natal chart. Now we're gonna go to the general reading, and I'm gonna use the Fairy Lights Tarot, and it's going to be beginning, middle, and end of the month. And for some of you, the astrology reading might resonate. For others, it's like the tarot reading might resonate. It might be the love reading, or it might be the person or the general reading. So in the beginning of the month, the general reading, you have the Knight of Pentacles, which is like a slow moving knight. So you might be starting something new. Some of you Leos might be deciding to start something new in terms of your career, and you're doing it in a very cautious sort of way. You're being very prudent in whatever it is that you're starting. So you're doing it slowly. You're doing it in a very meticulous sort of way. Others, this relates more to your job, and your job. You might think that your job is boring, but other people might look at you, and they, at least in your job, they might think that you don't like to take risks. You don't like to take risks, and you do things slowly but carefully, in a way that you don't have to go over again. So you're very meticulous in your work. This just might concern your work, or for others, it could be that you're getting a new co-worker, and this new co-worker is someone from a Earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo, and this is a very very boring person, cautious, doesn't take risks, do things slowly, but this is the type of person who's faithful and loyal, who always shows up, This is that type of person. In the fact I'm looking at this, and it feels like this card, it feels like it's walking towards the past. So this could be either a co-worker who has been a co-worker before, Leo, or this is a co-worker who's actually leaving, you know. Now, the middle of the month, you have the Four of Coins or Four of Pentacles. So there's some sort of stability concerning your work. There's not much change there. Now I'm looking at this, and it's a guy, and he has a donkey or horse, and everything that he possesses is on top of that donkey or horse. So it feels that for some of you, you are moving away, you are getting another job, some of you, but you're like doing it in a very cautious sort of manner. So you're starting something new, some of you, in terms of your work and career, but you're doing it in a very cautious manner. And you're taking everything that you need in order to deal with this new job. So it's like you overpack, let's say, to this new job. Or others, it could be that you're moving to a new house, to a different house, you know. Yeah. And you're doing it yourself. You're not paying the movers. I would say that you're doing it yourself in order to save money. And then at the end of the month, you have another night. You have the Knight of Wands, which is much more impulsive, joyous sort of energy, Leo. So this could represent you, because the Knight of Wands can represent someone from a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. I'm sorry. And this could be someone, you know, between the 20s, in his or her 20s or 30s, like, you know, young, like beginning of the 30s, like 31, 32, 33, but not late 30s. Or if this person is older, it could be someone who's a bit immature, you know. But it feels that you're trying something new, maybe in the beginning and middle of the month. You're doing it in a very cautious sort of way. But at the end of the month, you feel like, hey, this works, and you're much more, you cease to be cautious, and you are much more willing to take risks. That's what I'm thinking. You are willing to take risks at the end of the month, because you feel there's more enthusiasm with whatever is happening in your life. This could be also someone new whom you meet, someone who is artistic, impulsive, popular, you know, passionate about something. Or this could again be you, and finally you're passionate about something which you started. Or you feel liberated, you feel free. This could be also some of you are traveling, and you're traveling and taking all the precautions while you're traveling, and at the end of the month, to hell with precautions, I know what I'm doing. It's more a liberated sort of energy. You're feeling free. Or those of you who are moving to a new house, you're feeling free, you're feeling liberated, you're feeling joyous, and you're so happy to be at this new place, your own place. I would say this is your own place for some of you, Leos. Now I'm going to go to the love reading. I'm going to go to the love reading. The love reading for you and you. I'm going to use the Lover's Path Tarot, and again, this is going to be beginning, middle, and end of the month. In the beginning of the month, you have the Fertility card, which is the Empress card in traditional decks. So, actually, some of you some Leos might find out that you're pregnant, or your partner is pregnant, and you're happily expecting a baby. Others, this might denote some sort of success in terms of your love life. You might have some sort of, you know, admirer. You might find someone with whom you might start a very good and pleasant love relationship. And again, this might be a very physical type of relationship. You have to be careful not to get pregnant if that's not what you want. If you don't want that, be careful. If you're single and you're not actually looking for anyone, you still might find someone with whom you might have pleasant moments, but again, be careful. In the middle of the month, you have the King of Arrows, which is the King of Swords in traditional decks. This might represent a man or a woman in his or her late 30s or after the age of 40. I say man or woman because this is a very general reading, but because many of my viewers are women, this is probably a guy. And this is someone from an air sign, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. And you might be offered something by this guy. So this is intelligent man. And here, the one represented here is Adonis. Adonis, which was a lover of Aphrodite or Venus, and he was a very beautiful man. He was very beautiful, and from what I've read, Aphrodite or Venus, and Aphrodite is the Greek name, Venus is the Roman name. It's the same goddess, the goddess of love, and Persephone, who was the goddess of the underworld, and she was married to Hades or Pluto. Both of them, Persephone and Aphrodite, fought for the love of Adonis. So from what I've read, it ended up that Hades or Pluto made a ruling. It's like 1/3 of the year Adonis spends with Persephone, another third of the year Adonis spends with Aphrodite, and the last third of that year he decides to spend that third of the year with whomever he wants. And apparently I think he picked Aphrodite. Anyway, he was a beautiful man. So you might have some sort of not secret, but an admirer who wants to have a true relationship with you, and he might be very good looking. He might be a very good looking man. He might be successful. He might approach you for those who are single, and he might have some sort of offering towards you. This is a guy who's intelligent, rational, very lucid, is honest and clear. He will tell you what he thinks. If he wants a relationship with you, he will tell you that he wants a relationship with you. If he doesn't want a relationship with you, he will be upfront about that. In the least positive way, he might be, how do I say, detached. You might feel that he's detached, he's a bit cold emotionally, so it could be that as well. But I feel that he's approaching you. Some of you is approaching you. Others is that maybe you're married with this sort of guy, Leo, and he's giving you some sort of offering. Maybe you just find out that you're pregnant, something like that, and he's happy and he's giving you something. Or he's just giving you something because he loves you, okay? Or she loves you, okay? Because again, this is a general reading. At the end of the month, you have the Princess of Errors, which I think it's the Page of Swords in traditional decks. So this might be a love message. You might get a love message, and this is relevant for those who are married or not, single or partnered. So there's some sort of love communication. What else? Yeah, there's some sort of love message, okay? Doesn't matter if you're partnered or not. And that's it, Leo. This is the reading that I have for you for the month of June 2018. This is a very general reading. If you like your own personal consultation, please write to dunyazade@gmail.com, and I'd be delighted to work with you.